Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Ubuntu channel. We are live again today, Friday, 17th of November. And today, all of a sudden, we've come so early because you know what is happening in Dola. It's Zambia versus Congo. And I'm joined by Lamek and Abia just to do the build up. As our viewers, we also welcome you. Make sure you type in your prediction in the comments, in the live chat if you're watching us through YouTube. At this point, let me welcome the people that I'm with. Lamek, good afternoon. Welcome to Ubuntu Sports this afternoon.
Good evening, Ruben, and good evening to everyone watching. It's another momentous day for us today as we are getting ready to watch the Chipolopolo boys take on Congo Brazzaville in a very important game for us as we try to start the World Cup qualifiers on a positive note.
Great. Welcome to Ubuntu Sports, Mr. Abia, as well.
Thank you so much, Ruben, and it's a lovely good afternoon to the viewers. Welcome to Ubuntu Channel Sports program.
Great. Let me start with you, Mr. Lamek. You saw the squad that Avram Grant has scored a lot of names, big names there. Though some names are missing, like Tandi Mwape. Do you think the absence of Tandi Mwape and the skipper also Lubambo Msonda would affect the team's performance today?
I don't think the players absent would affect the performance of the team today. With all due respect to everyone, Lubambo Msonda, Frankie, Kelvin Kapumbu, and also Tandi Mwape, they are big contributors to the team. But I think the team has also performed without them in the team. So unfortunately for some, Lubambo, Kelvin, Frankie, they're out injured. For Tandi Mwape, it's because he's linked to the fact that he doesn't have a club right now, which I think because it has to do with the minutes that he has gotten. How many minutes has he played over the last 2 or 3 months or so? Is he much fit? Those are questions that can be asked. But again, for the team, I think we need to go forward. I think we have the necessary depth. We've seen the reinforcement that has been brought in the absence of the players that usually play. And so far, I think the team looks still stable, which for me, I think we're ready to get the result.
All right. For Lamek, you say the team looks stable. I don't know about you, Mr. Abia. How do you think about the absence of Lubambo Msonda, who is their captain, and also people like Tandi Mwape?
Yeah, it may be bring an impact, but as Lamek outlined, we have a lot of players at the bench who can fill those positions. We still have Edward Serukia, a lot of players who can play in the midfield there, including Triple C, Cletus Chotachama is available. He can also play that part. So I think for that, I think we don't have a problem much really in midfield. So I think we can carry on and beat Congo Brazzaville.
Great. Lamek, today we were just told that actually Congo Brazzaville arrived in the country around 04. Do you think this will be an easy win for the Chipolopolo? Looking at the time which the opponent arrived, they were not here yesterday. They just arrived this morning. Maybe the issues of jet lag. Do you think this will be an easy game for the Chipolopolo?
I think issues to do with jet lag, yes, they are prominent, but can they have an impact on the result? Yes, they can. But we don't go into the match thinking that because our opponents arrived today, maybe issues to do with rest. Again, we have to also consider how many hours they spent in flight. So you'd find maybe 3-4 hours, which our friends, the scientists, will tell you that on match day players can even travel as far as 3-4 hours, and it wouldn't affect their performance. So it's a tough match for Zambia. We go there, play like it's a final, so that we get a result. We cannot, we cannot go in there reluctant, complacent. We cannot afford to drop points at home, because our qualification would depend on how many points we get away, at home. Because away, it's a different ball game, because we have no control of what happens away. So let's utilize home advantage. Let's go full throttle. Let's attack as much as we can. Of course, being so defensive on the other side, so that we may get the result.
All right. What have you, Mr. Abia? What do you have to say about that? Congo Brazzaville just came in this morning in Zambia.
The coming of Congo Brazzaville is very welcome because they are coming here to fulfill fixtures, though they can't get a win against Polo Polo. But nowadays, yes, football has changed. But we are really prepared. Ruben, we have never qualified for FIFA World Cup, so we are trying to do that. So this is a game where we need to show that we have that courage of going to the FIFA World Cup, because our results will also depends on other results that we will be played against Morocco and the other teams. So against Congo Brazzaville, we are at home. Levi Mwanawasa, I think right now is fully packed and loaded, waiting for the game. So this is a time where Chipolopolo don't need to disappoint us soccer fans. They need to make us to feel that we need to have belief in this team that we can do it. Not what happens to Nigeria, where they drew with Lesotho. The game that was really on one side on the paper that Nigeria will go through, just pass like water in the stream, but it wasn't like that. So I think we need to remove that underrating that Congo Brazzaville is a small team. They're not doing well in the FIFA ranking, but we need to show them that we want to qualify for the FIFA World Cup by beating them with a good margin of number of goals. We don't need to beat them 1-0, 2-1. No, we don't need to allow those goals. We need to beat them with a big number of goals. I think that's my viewpoint.
Great. To our viewers, don't forget that you can also participate in this program by typing in your contributions in the comment chat and also in the live chat if you're joining us via YouTube, and we'll be able to read your comments or your prediction just live here. Lamek, we are playing at Levi Mwanawasa Stadium. We had doubts whether this is going to take place in Zambia because of what we were told that our pitch are not like at FIFA standard. But now, after there's a bit of renovations, CAF gave us a go ahead to use Levi Mwanawasa Stadium. How important it is to play home games at your home stadium?
First things first, I think issues to do with the stadium availability, I think, shouldn't be stories we should even be talking about, because we only have 2 stadiums in the country, and we have people responsible in managing those stadiums. So I think it is their duty to continue, improving and maintaining the stadium at at acceptable standards. We can't. I think we can't put ourselves in a situation where we even risk playing matches away from home. Look at how much love the fans have for the national team. Look at how much tickets are worth. 50 kwacha, 150, 250, 750, but people are buying in as much as maybe for a common Zambian, that would be maybe $2. The cheapest ticket would be like $2. So I think on my part, I think with all the importance attached to national team matches being played at home, I think the people that are responsible should at least ensure that the stadium is up to standard every time it is needed, because we only have 2 stadia. We can't say they are overworked, because maybe it may be lack of funds. to put in the necessary innovations and all that. But I hope this should be a learning curve for us, so that going forward we ensure that at all times the stadium is up to standard, so that we may not have to go through and put ourselves under pressure like we have done during this period. Coming to the match, you know, it's rather exciting to see the national team play. Every time, you know, it's the country comes to a standstill, because even as at now, people are seated in their homes, a few on the streets, because people are waiting. When the game starts, you would barely see people outside in the streets because of how much love the people of Zambia have for the national team. So for me, I think it is a privilege for the players to be able to showcase their talent in front of 18 to 19 million Zambians. And I hope the boys won't disappoint. I think they should do their best and give us a positive result.
Mr. Abia, the importance of playing home games and winning them, we can't overemphasize about it. Am I right?
Yes, you are right because home games are always encouraging due to the number of soccer fans that are coming to the stadium to cheer you up. So I think it's a morale boost to the team also. When you have a big number of soccer fans coming to the stadium just to watch you, then you disappoint them by losing or drawing. I think that will just remove their appetite of watching football. So, Ruben, there's a news there going around that when you are watching Zambia national soccer team, you need to have a Panado or aspirin or maybe the other
Any painkiller?
for you, yeah, to cool yourself up. Even a bottle of water at the side, so that you should cool your temperature. But this is the right time for Chipolopolo to show that those things are not needed when you are watching us, because we used to beat and we are beating. So in the competition like this, where number of points and goals are counted, you need to get them when you have that chance. So this is a chance they have, playing at Levi Mwanawasa in Dola with a stadium full capacity. I think they need to show the soccer fans that this is what we can give you starting from today going forward. I think that is much expecting for the fans.
Let's look at the goalkeepers. Lamek, if you check some good profiles of keepers that we have, Francis Mwansa, uh, we've got Lawrence Mulenga. If you were Avram Grant, who can you start in the goalkeeper position and why?
I think a match of this magnitude I would easily go with Lawrence as first choice, and Charles Kalumba can come in as second. But also the opposite can also happen, where we go with Charles and Lawrence comes in as deputy. It's a tough match. I think we are yet to find our first choice goalkeeper. So whoever is available, I think Lawrence has been decent every time he's been called to the national team. Charles Kalumba equally has been decent. He has put in decent performances every time he's been called on to. It's a difficult decision, but I think Lawrence would easily get the nod for me.
Can I shock you, Lamek?
Yes.
Uh, Actually, Francis Mwanza started in goal. That's the latest lineup. We'll show it just in a minute. Does that worry you now?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't worry me. I think if Francis, he doesn't have the necessary experience for this level, but he's proved every time he's been called on, he's delivered. So for me, you can't, you can't hide away someone who's talented. He's talented enough. He can deliver. He's shown every time he's been given the opportunity at Kosafa and in the friendlies, he's also shown the quality that he has. So I wish him the best. I hope he manages to live up to expectations because we are so expectant of him. So I personally just wish him the best.
All right. What's your submission, Mr. Abia? Francis Manza has started ahead of Lawrence Mulenga, the one we saw when Zambia played against Ivory Coast, and who was commended by the fans.
Exactly. That's what I was coming to say. But each and every decision made by the coach must be respected. We need to cheer this young boy with a morale boost because it's a first start for national team, isn't it? So I was expecting Lawrence Mlenga also to start, but starting with Francis, Francis, I think it's also a good option, so that he can have that experience of playing the national team. But Lawrence Mulenga, yes, won the heart of soccer fans during Ivory Coast match because he shows that he can be the best goalkeeper. During that time, he almost kept not almost, he kept a clean sheet for Zambia. Okay, not almost, but he kept a clean sheet for Zambia without allowing any goal. So I think I was hoping for him to start, but welcome, Francis. I hope you do better as well because I have seen you playing. Is it FC Musa? Is it FC Musa? Isn't it?
Oh, Francis Mansa. Francis Mansa
Yes.
is for
So
which
Green
club is for Francis
Buffaloes.
Mansa? Green Buffaloes, yes. He's a second choice actually at Green Buffaloes.
Second choice at Green Buff.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anyway, we hope much better for him. Maybe you can give us a good services. We will see today.
Uh, Another change. We know that Frank Msonda is not in the squad, and to someone who has replaced him is Dominic Chanda. Are you comfortable with that change?
Dominic Chanda, yes, he has been playing a good football for a while, for a good some time. I think I don't have a doubt from that for that player. He can do better. The only thing he need to have right now is a courage so that he can do better. And you need to show us soccer fans that even without Frank Musonda, I can play as well. So I think this is a good time for him to show for the coach and for the fans that he can give much for Madazam.
Great. What's your submission, Lamek? The coming in of Dominic Chanda in place of Frank Msonda, who is injured. You thought maybe Kanguma would start?
No. Kanguluma, I think Kanguluma is a decent player. He's shown repeatedly at Cabo Warriors, but Dominic at national level, he's been excellent. He partnered really well with Sunzu in the friendlies that we just played, I think, last month. So, in the absence of Frankie, Dominic could easily get the nod. For me, I'm comfortable with that back line. I think we have the pace, we can defend well. Yes, pace would be a concern. I think maybe with Sofia Sunzu, but I think with Dominic, Rodrigue, and Chepeshi there, I think we have enough pace to defend well. We can even defend deep. If we want to defend with a higher line, we can also defend because I think it's a very decent combination at the back.
Fans have been crying for Cletus Chamachota, and he's still missing in the starting 11. He's still on the bench. If he was to come in, who do you think he can replace? Because we've got a strong midfield here, the likes of Lamek Banda, Fashion Sakala, Emmanuel Banda, Klings Kangwa.
Well, I don't know. I can't see him replacing any of the players there. He has enough quality, but again, what is important is the approach that the coach has, so he can replace anyone in that team. I think he can play on the wings. He can play attacking midfield, so he can replace Fashion. He can replace Lamek. He can replace Emmanuel. He can replace Kings. I think all those positions is very comfortable. But again, it's about approach that the coach wants to use in a match of this magnitude. Again, for Cletus, I think he has so much quality. He adds a lot of depth to the team. So anytime we have we want creativity, we want to make a change. He's one name that is, I think, on the tongue of the coach. He's one player that the coach can easily call up, and we know that he can deliver for us. Look at how he played in the friendly against, is it Uganda? He came in, he played really well. Why not now? you know yes, people will question why he's not being given a starting berth, but again, it's about approach. How does a coach want to approach a certain match? So that is where the answer would lie, how the coach wants to approach certain matches.
Great, Mr. Habia, are you satisfied with now with the forward starting lineup, the combination of Fashion Sakala, Patson Daka, and Lamek Banda?
Yes, I'm very much comfortable because these guys have been playing good football. Because I saw how this combination when we are playing Ivory Coast. Person Sakala has to go to the right wing, Lamek Band has to go to the left wing, and Person Daka at the middle there, number 9. I think this is a good combination. So I'm not even worried about this combination because they'll give a lot of work to the defense of that Congo Brazzaville. I think they will have a lot of work to do to contain these 3 guys. So I think for these 3 guys, I don't have problem. Even Fashion Sakala, yes, but Fashion Sakala, I can only emphasize him if he can remove that selfishness of giving out the balls to these guys. I think we can do better today.
All right, Lamek, we know Patson Daka in terms of game time at Leicester this season has been limited for him. Has not played as much as other strikers that we have in the team, the likes of Brian Muela. But he has started ahead of Brian Muela, who is banging goals for Zanaco, and Andrew Piri is actually missing from the starting lineup.
Patson, the case of Patson is an interesting case because look at Patson's record at the national team. This guy has delivered every time we've called upon him. So yes, he may not be getting the necessary minutes, but he has the necessary experience that we need at this level. For Brian, how long has it taken for him to come back to the national team? It's taken him quite a while. For Andrew Piri, he's still untested. Very good center forward with so much potential. But again, we can't, just push him in a match like as huge as this one. For me, if I were the coach, Andrew would maybe come in later in the match, just give him a feel of how the match would feel at this level, and little by little start transitioning him. And maybe after 3-4 matches, as we approach, as we play more matches in this group, or maybe other matches that we would have played, he would be ready to start. But as at now, I think the coach is being cautious, which I totally agree. Sometimes it's dangerous to throw young players in at such an early stage, because if they don't perform according to maybe what the fans would want, he would end up being insulted by the same people that are praising him and wanting him to play today. So for the coach, it's a difficult decision, but I think it's a decision that comes with a lot of consideration.
Right, great. Mr. Abia, this is a must-win game. Where do you think the goals will come from if you look at the lineup?
I think today the goals will come from Patson Daka, Lamek Banda. If Zambia has to do more, we can also count Emmanuel Banda and Kingsley Kangwa to give so much for Zambia. That's my thought.
All right, Lamek, it's a must-win game. If you have a penalty on these guys, who can you trust to take this responsibility?
I think for penalties, Patson Daka is always our go-to man. Second, I think it's Fashion Sakala. And then I don't think we would have 3 or 4 penalties in this match. I don't know, but I think we wouldn't have. So for me, Patson Daka, Fashion would come second. After that, we'd maybe go for Emmanuel. And maybe Big Store would easily step up.
I thought you'd come in for Stopil and so that can give us those memories for 2012.
Yeah, I think Store is Stofia Sunzu is another one. I think is one that I just mentioned. That if the others were not, I think whatever would happen with the other ones, Stofia Sunzu would easily step up.
All right, great. Guys, we need to go, but before that, we need to get your predictions and also the viewers' predictions. Zambia versus Congo. We are playing at Levi Manosa Stadium. The stadium is packed. Uh, Everything is set. What's the scoreline, Abia?
With the lineup that I'm seeing today, I think we can score 4 goals against Congo Brazzaville. So it's going to be 4-0 to 4 to Zambia and 0 to Congo Brazzaville.
4-0. A big scoreline there. Mr. Lamek, who do you think will score and what will be the scoreline?
I think maybe 3-0 would do because we're unbeaten against Congo Brazzaville since 2004. So I think a 3-0 for me would do.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. James. He's saying he's watching us from Congo in Kolwezi. Hope you're supporting Zambia, Mr. James. Is it Selemba? Hope you're supporting the Chipolopolo boys because we are neighbors. And actually, you're in between. You are a neighbor to Congo Brazzaville and a neighbor to Zambia, but you're closer to Zambia because you are in Kolwezi. We hope you are supporting our boys. Lamek, I need to thank you for coming through, and Mr. Abia for this wonderful build up. We hope for the best for the Chipolopolo boys as they take on Congo Brazzaville. If the ladies qualified to the World Cup, the men's team also can do it, and it starts today at 18 hours. For now, we say goodbye as Ubuntu channel. Don't forget to like the page and also follow us on Twitter. We are Ubuntu Zambia. Bye bye for now.